Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. I have a ton of DCEU things to report here. One is very big, but before we get to that, let's have a little post-mortem of the whole Robert Pattinson has been cast as Batman in the Matt Reeves Batman movie. According to this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter, it seems like Matt Reeves has always intended to have Robert Pattinson. He had Robert Pattinson in his mind when he wrote this Batman. Of course, they had two contenders, Robert Pattinson and Nicholas Hoult, and they all got screen tested, and finally, it was quicker than normal, says the Warner Brothers Insider, and they chose Robert Pattinson to be the new Batman. Now, this is a little bit about the new Batman. He is written as around 30 years old. The story is neither another rehashing of his origin nor the tale of a seasoned crime fighter ruling Gotham City. He is simply Bruce Wayne, still trying to find his footing on his way to becoming the genius detective. So this is not exactly Batman Begins, but it's between Batman Begins and Dark Knight, possibly. At that little range of he's kind of new, but is not like really new. And then apparently there might even be Robin in this thing. Not sure. I mean, this is very much supposed to be a detective noir, so I'm expecting a little bit less tactical Batman and more probably a cloth-like material type Batman, and more using his head, solving a mystery, solving a crime, probably a slower thriller type movie rather than an action movie. And but we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see what Matt Reeves has had in mind for Robert Pattinson to be starring in this new Batman trilogy. So and we really want to know what's going to be up with this, and hopefully we'll get to learn more within the coming months, and then as they get closer to actually getting into production. I would really like to see what type of suit where he screen tested in. A lot of people may say he screen tested in the Batflick outfit. That would have been nice to see as well. But I think right now that we got Robert Pattinson out of the way, it'd be very interesting to know what the new suit looks like. I think that's part of the excitement about knowing who Batman or Superman or Wonder Woman is that the fact that we want to know what the suit looks like. And that's part of the excitement of a new Batman in any case. Although I would definitely love to see Ben Affleck return as Batman, but DC is still to continue moving forward. Whether or not this is a prequel or it's its own thing, let's wait and see what happens with that. Speaking of Wonder Woman, the other person that has shown itself is Wonder Woman herself, and this is in a new poster released by Patty Jenkins today, also shared by Gal Gadot. Wonder Woman is in a very colorful poster. I mean, it's rainbow. It really pops. Her armor looks actually quite fantastic. It's kind of hard to see with all the colors there, but it kind of looks like Big Barda, don't you think? I mean, it kind of does, but then it also looks like maybe this Wonder Woman outfit. But in any case, it's a lot more armor, a lot more gold armor, and a lot of people are expecting that there's something missing there, possibly her wings, if it comes to that golden armor, which means she probably would fly instead of just jumping really high. Although in the first Wonder Woman movie, she kind of floated a little bit, but floating down. But maybe she'll actually take flight this time around. It really comes into question why she needs such a big battle suit. It must be to fight against Cheetah, maybe something else. Maybe the third act is something pretty crazy involving flight and things like that. I'm kind of very interested to see where this takes. Now, it really took my breath away, this poster, and maybe not in all good ways. I think it's very busy. I would like to possibly maybe have that picture of image of her kind of taken out of that environment a little bit and maybe a little subdued. But to me, it's just very colorful, and there's nothing wrong with very colorful. It's just that my eyes are all over the place. But I get it that they're trying to do that retro thing. I do like this fan art version of a retro poster that works well more for me. It almost looks like Film Gob's intro, but I believe, I know they're trying to go through that route and stuff. I just think it's so busy and everything, but she looks fantastic. Her hair is down. She looks fierce, and I think that works well for her, and I'm really excited to see more coming out of this movie, what indeed this movie is, and if there's any of those tinfoil thoughts about Wonder Woman 1984, or whatever Grace Randolph says, is that really true? We won't know, but it is an interesting costume. I really do like the intricate details in there, and it gets me a little excited for the thing, but I gotta see more. I really wanted to see that San Diego Comic-Con trailer, a new trailer, but we all know why we got this poster today, because Patty Jenkins has confirmed a bit of disheartening news today that Warner Brothers DC are not going to be attending Hall H this year. Yeah, they're not going to be attending Hall H this year. And so instead of not having a trailer or something come out at Hall H this year, which is like next month, they decided to release this poster. But I mean, man, a Hall H without a Warner Brothers DC presence, and what seems like Marvel's not going to be there either. Like, there are no superhero, no cape type superhero films, or Warner Brothers in general not going to be there. I mean, is Legendary not going to be there either? Like Godzilla vs. Kong, Dune. I mean, this is quite shocking, and it really just put me back for a bit, because that's the one thing about San Diego Comic-Con, I don't go to the events, but I always wait for that Saturday morning where it's at Hall H, and you hear the news coming out of it. In fact, last year I did a live kind of, we kind of see it live, of course, but I was reading and updating the news, and I'm like live chatting with you guys, and I was going to do that again, because it's just so much fun to anticipate what's going to happen, what they're going to release, what's being shown at the panels, and now there's none of it. I'm like, is there going to be a Hall H? Like, what else can come out there? I understand. I mean, Fox is bought by Disney now, and what is there to get excited for? The two biggest comic book properties are not going to be at the show. That's weird. I mean, I know Marvel's got their D23. They can show a lot of stuff at their Disney D23, and that calls into question: is this what AT&T and Warner Brothers going to do? Are they going to be that big enough? Are they putting that much money, effort enough to even open their own show later on this year? I don't know. Or is it maybe they don't have budget at all? Maybe opening this show is just costing them a lot of money. Who knows? But they did put out that they are going to have like a giant booth with all the Warner Bros. DC film properties. I don't know if they're going to present trailers there for people who are exhibiting, or people who are walking by the exhibit to see that or not. But that whole Hall H was such a big deal for me and for a lot of people, and it was just a time for these giant trailers, these giant panels, for people to announce, for the studio to announce what they're doing, and what what their current slate is and stuff like that. And it just boggles my mind. I'm really shocked that this is not all Warner Brother movies are not going to be. Apparently, It Chapter 2 is going to have a panel. But that's about it. I mean, I hope Legendary comes up and says, hey, we're still going to be there. At least we'll see Dune and Godzilla vs. Kong at least. But for DC, it's really, it's kind of really shocking and stuff. I know on Twitter people are going around and saying that it's possible Warner Brothers got scared because of the whole Project ComicCon, the San Diego Comic-Con, and that is interesting if that is true, and that maybe goes to show that they are looking at, there's a lot of noise behind this whole release of Snyder Cut, and they are not wanting to be faced with that. They don't want, maybe they're scared of people chanting the Snyder Cut, or seeing that the billboard's going to be there, the plane's going to be there, things like that. So it's interesting that if they were thinking that way. Although other side is that people are just saying, well, we've just seen everything we need to see. We've seen a clip of Birds of Prey. We've seen Joker. We haven't really seen Wonder Woman 1984. What else is there? I mean, Batman just got a new Batman. They could have had Robert Pattinson show up at the panel, to say, hey, I'm Batman, or do his Batman voice or something, and other things like that. And that's just not happening. New Gods, Ava DuVernay could have just came on and say, hey, I'm doing New Gods. But no, I don't know. Maybe they're not prepared for this year. Maybe they got to get their things together, and maybe next year would be better. So they haven't put out a statement yet. At least I don't think as of this video, and I'm very interested to see what they have in mind. What is the reason why they're opting out of Hall H this year? And who knows? Who knows what's going to happen now? But I am like the first time, I think, in a long time, that I'm not going to be really excited for Hall H at all. I mean, there's not much to go. You don't have DC, you don't got Marvel, and it looks like there's no Warner Brothers at all. They're a giant company, and they put out a lot of stuff, and it's going to be pretty sad not to be able to hear all those announcements and the first looks of things at the ComicCon. But here's hoping that even though they don't do that, maybe at the show, because they have a huge booth and stuff, that they'll release the official stuff that day, not necessarily in giant screens at a room and stuff like that, but at least for us in the public, we will be able to do that. So that I got a little bit of hope for that. So maybe there's something to be said about that. But in any case, if they're freaking out about Project ComicCon and the whole release of Snyder Cut, and people are asking, what does this mean for the Snyder Cut Comic-Con, Project ComicCon? And I say it really isn't nothing. And I think looking at the chat, it doesn't mean anything. They might not put up that sign near Hall H, because that's not where they, people, maybe not many people will be over there. Is there going to be a Hall H? I don't know. But the billboard is still going to be there on the airplane. Everything's still going to be there, because the only real DC thing that's outside will probably be the release of Snyder Cut movement. And it might even gain more attention. They'll continue to try to get more people on the Snyder Cut movement. So there's still that. Right now, the GoFundMe has raised over $19,460. The next goal is $21,000. So that is something to be said there. And really looking forward to Project ComicCon. We got one more month, a little bit over a month to gain to that next level. And so people are continuously every day donating to this. This campaign is trending, and it's not going to stop. And if for whatever reason, if this is the reason, Warner Brothers in DC is not going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, wow. If that is the reason, then we really got them. I mean, we really got them scared. I'm until they make a statement, a lot of people are going to believe this right now, but that just makes me think that we are affecting them. The pressure is continuously. The pressure is just immense, really immense to them. They're feeling it, and they're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to answer this pretty soon as our movement grows larger and larger. So, props to the Project ComicCon team. You're doing great work, and we're going to continue supporting that until we get to July at the San Diego Comic-Con. Even though Warner Brothers DC are not going to be there, they're still going to have a booth though. So they still have a little bit of presence. But very interesting. This news today, very disheartening. Because there's not going to be a Hall H presence, I probably won't do a live podcast, but I'll probably want to reach out to someone over at Project Comic-Con team. Maybe we can do a live chat as they're out there handing out the flyers, and so everybody can see what's going on at that area where they're going to be setting up. So there's that. All right, guys. Well, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.